Welcome back in to Talkin Sports with GBO and Ant. On today's show, we're going to give you a preview of the Super Bowl this Sunday between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. But before we do that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. Also, click the bell to get notified anytime we come out with a new video. So, Ant, you got some big plans for Super Bowl Sunday?
No plans yet. Still trying to make a few plans for Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, but looking forward to some football on Sunday, though.
Yeah, actually, this weekend, me and the wife are actually going to be traveling to Myrtle Beach. My daughter has a volleyball tournament. So hopefully we'll be back in time to catch the football, have some good food, some good company, and watch a really good football game.
Yep.
So, all right, guys. So, also looking forward to the halftime show, too.
Yeah,
Big
definitely.
time. So, yeah. I mean, no Janet Jackson this year, but
Missing out there a little bit.
But, you know, you got Snoop and Dre and Eminem and those guys. So, looking forward to the halftime show for sure this season.
Me and you both.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this game. So some keys to this game as well. So when we break down the Cinderella team, the Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Cool and team, what are some keys to this game for the Bengals to be able to pull this victory off?
I'm gonna start with the defensive side of the ball for the Bengals, and I believe that is that Bengals defensive line versus the Rams offensive line. The Bengals coming in ninth in the NFL with the ninth most sacks in the NFL coming into this game. They put some pressure on Mahomes in the AFC Championship, sacked him 4 times. I believe if they can put some pressure on Stafford here, maybe sack him, get some pressure on him, cause a forced turnover, maybe a forced bad throw, maybe a fumble, who knows. But I think the Bengals defensive line, that front four, will cause some pressure against Stafford, maybe cause a turnover or two.
Yeah, and Stafford, this season been known to turn the ball over, throw some INTs. But in the playoffs, he's done a really good job in terms of protecting the football, not throwing interceptions. But also, I think the other keys when you look on the offensive side of the ball too is getting Joe off to a good start.
Yep.
Some quick throws. They've got a game plan to get Chase involved here. They've probably got a scripted play for 6 to 8 plays to get him involved, whether that's in the backfield or in a slot position. That's going to be key. The other thing there too, I think is going to be real critical is because the tight end's out. Joe Mixon in this football game, because that Taylor is going to want to establish the run a little bit, but also some dink and doink screens, because the pressure is going to be coming for Burrow. The screen plays that he puts in this game is going to be critical as well. Little slip screens maybe will help keep that pressure from coming so strong. So some really key factors in here, I think, too, for the Bengals and getting Burrow off to a good start.
Yep.
Because, one is he can't turn the ball over as well, but also just getting him off to a good start in this game is going to be critical. First Super Bowl for him, first Super Bowl for Stafford. So it's like the unknown going into this game. So it is going to be big. But also a key factor, X factor that the Bengals have is McPherson on his side, man. What a rookie season this kid has had. Clutch after clutch after clutch. Not only that, now he's kicking indoors, in this game.
No weather factors.
So, too, for you guys that don't know, this game is Sunday, 6:30, NBC in Inglewood, California. So I know millions of people across the country will be tuned into this football game. So make sure you are as well.
Yeah, McPherson, the hottest kicker in the NFL too, the confidence kicker in the NFL. Just the confidence is through the roof right now. I believe the Bengals on the offensive side of the ball will have to have a big game from T. Higgins like he did in the AFC Championship game. I think in the AFC Championship game, he had 6 catches for 106 yards or something like that. I believe Ramsey will be following Chase wherever he goes on the field. So I believe somebody else will have to step up for this Bengals team, and I'm looking for that to be T. Higgins here.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, you listen to the interviews all week from both sides of the players and things like that, and you heard Von Miller talk about Joe Burrow. Some of the characteristics that Burrow has that Miller said. Tom Brady. I don't know if he was buttering him up a lot.
Yeah.
But too, I know for a fact that from that front line for the Rams, they're going to get after Burrow.
Oh yeah.
And will he be able to escape, make plays with his feet, which he's done a really good job this season, and make plays and explosive plays in the passing game as well is going to be key in this game too. Because too, he is going to get pressured. In those pressures, does he take a sack? Don't turn the ball over. Does he throw the ball out of bounds to live to play the next down? So that's going to be key in this game as well too. Is that Burrow doesn't make those mistakes in this game and be able to capitalize on the opportunities.
Yep.
So, all right, let's transition now to the Los Angeles Rams. You know, Matt Stafford, we talked a lot about him this season, especially in the playoffs. He's played really good, not turned the football over. You know, he played 12 seasons with the Detroit Lions. Not a lot of success there. Comes to the Rams. They throw all the eggs in one basket for this run just to be right here. And this time, what do you expect from some keys for the Rams to win the Super Bowl?
Like you said, a lot of pressure, I believe, is on the Rams team. They threw all their eggs in a basket to get to where they are now.
Yeah.
They've made it. Now they've got to finish it off at home. Like you said, they're playing in LA. A few keys to victory for the Rams team. I believe, like we all know, I think the Rams are expected to get after Joe Burrow on the defensive line, you know, attacking the offensive line of the Bengals. But I'm going to speak on something a little bit different. I believe Cooper Kupp will get his. He's been getting it all year. He's been getting his catches, his yards, his touchdowns. So I'm going to speak of a little something that not too many people are speaking of, and that's the Rams running backs. They haven't ran the ball too well in the postseason. I believe they ran the ball 97 times for only 293 yards.
Touchdowns.
No touchdowns. The only touchdowns they have on the ground is from Matthew Stafford. He has 2 QB sneaks. I believe Sonny Michel and Cam Akers will have to get this ground game going to help take some pressure off of Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, and 2 factors for me in this game for the Rams side of football. First, Stafford doesn't turn the football over. He's not, and they've won every playoff game, right? They're here because he's not turned the football over. And he's played really well. I mean, they threw the ball, 38 times in one game, over 40 in the next game, 17 in the first time. So 2, he's in this game, he's going to throw it 35 plus times, no doubt about it. The key too is OBJ's had a really good playoff run with him as well. He's got to have a big time game. And 2, we don't know if Higbee's going to play tight end, but Blanton came through in terms of tight ends. Then you got the 2 running backs, Akers and then Michelle. How are they going to play in this football game? What's their factors going to be? Akers can't turn the football like he did, before. So 2, he's got to protect the football. So 1 is turnovers in terms of Stafford and how well he plays. But then 2, the other biggest factor here is those 3 monsters up front on our defensive line. Whether it's Von Miller, Aaron Donald, or Leonard Floyd. Can the Bengals contain them? For me, I don't see it. I think they're going to have a big time game Sunday, and they're going to create a lot of havoc for Joe Burrow.
Yep.
So too, can they get to Joe Burrow? Can they bring him down? Can they cause turnovers? That's going to be critical in this football game for me.
Yep.
So those are some of the keys for me.
Not only do they have, like you said, a star-studded defensive front in Floyd, Miller, and Aaron Donald, but they also have Jalen Ramsey covering the Bengals' best wideout. I think that's going to be huge. Chase hasn't really had a cornerback like this he's faced in this postseason, like Jalen Ramsey. Anywhere I believe Jamar Chase goes, I think Ramsey will be right there opposite side of him, following him at every step.
Yeah, and we talked about on the Bengals side, for them to win this football game, Chase is going to have a pretty good game. But on the Rams side of thing is, can Ramsey contain him?
Yep.
Chase is still going to get some of his, but can Ramsey contain him is going to be key in this game as well. So that's going to be real critical. So there's our keys to the game. Also, what we're going to do now is we're going to give you guys our predictions for this game. So, Anthony, who are you rolling with?
I've been going back and forth all week of who I'm going to be picking here. Is it going to be the hottest team in the NFL, or is it going to be a team that is the best team on paper? I'm going to go with the hottest team here. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty, whatever you want to call him, Joe Cool. I think he will lead his team to another victory here in the Super Bowl and pick up the win.
All right, so he's going Bengals.
27-24.
27-24. I'm going to go the opposite direction here. I think Matthew Stafford, the 12th season he endured in Detroit, and with McVay and everything they put into this, I think they're going to pull this victory off. I think the Rams are going to win this game 31-28, 31-28. I'm going with Rams at home, underneath their fans at home, so they're going to be able to celebrate in SoCal. So I'm going with the Rams in this one. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, there's our predictions. There's our keys to this game. So, too, in the comment section, put down who you guys are going with. Are you going with the Rams? Are you going with the Bengals? Let us know the score as well. Also, too, we'll be coming on here on our next show to give you the prop bets. We're going to break those down for you as well. So, stay tuned for that video. For Anthony, I'm Charles. We'll see you guys on the next show.